So Shyamananda Prabhu, Narottam Das, and Srinivas Acharya. These are the three personalities after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They were the great preachers. In fact, they started the preaching movement in one sense, officially, and opening of the temple. So Shyamananda also was in that group who was preaching a lot in Orissa. He comes in Nityananda Prabhu's line, so his parampara is Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu's disciple is Gauridas Pandit, and Gauridas Pandit's disciple is Hridaya Chaitanya. And Hridaya Chaitanya's disciple is Shyamananda Prabhu. His pre-initiation name was Dukhi Krishna. In his family, there were many deaths. So, it is said that when you name a child with a negative name, Yamaraj will not touch. So, like in South also, there are some names. Like in Tamil Nadu, they say Pichai. In Karnataka, I think they say Kempe. So, these are the ways, bad names they give, negative names, so that Yamaraj will not touch. So, since many people died in the house, many children died, his mother named him Dukhi Krishna Das. So, his initiated name was Shyamananda Pandit. His pranam mantra is there, we can try to chant that. Yam loka bhuvi kirtayanti hridayanandasya shishyam priyam Sakhe Sri Shubhalasya Yam Bhagavataha Preshtanushishya Tata Sashriman Rasikendra Mastaka Manishaha Chitte Mama Harshisham Shri Radha Priya Narma Marmasu Ruchim Sampadayan Bhastam. Sri Shyamananda was known in this world as Hridayananda's dear disciple. He was the grand disciple of Subala Sakha, the most dear friend of the Supreme Lord. He was the crest jewel of the enjoyers of sacred rapture. May he appear day and night in my mind, bringing an appreciation for the essence of the joys of beloved of Sri Radha. Shyamananda Prabhu was born on the full moon day of Chaitra in 1534 in the town of Dharendra Bahudarpura, which is near the Kargapura railway station in Medinipura. His father was Sri Krishna Mandala and his mother Durika. Prior to Shyamananda's birth, his parents had lost several children during childbirth, and they vowed to surrender their next child to Vishnu if he survived. Having suffered so much grief in the loss of their previous children, they first named Shyamananda as Dukhi or unhappy to ward off further distress. For Shyamananda's parents, Krishna and Krishna's devotees were very dear and everything to them. Shyamananda used to carefully listen to the glories of Gauranga and Nityananda from devotees. When listening to the activities of Gaur Nitai or those of Radha and Krishna, tears would flow in waves from his eyes. Dukhi told his parents that he wished to take Diksha from Hridaya Chaitanya, who was the disciple of Gauridas Pandit, and his parents happily permitted him. When Dukhi arrived in Ambika Kalna, Hridaya Chaitanya happily gave him Krishna mantra and named him Krishna Das. From then on, Dukhi was known as Dukhi Krishna Das. Hridaya Chaitanya ordered him to go to Vrindavan and engage in bhajana. In Vrindavan, Dukhi Krishna Das studied the Vaishnava scriptures under Sri Jiva Goswami, who was the leading scholar of the Sampradaya. While in Vrindavan, he was given the name Shyamananda because he brought great joy to Shamsundar. When Jiva saw his charming activities, he kept him nearby and instructed him in the Vaishnava scriptures. This is as per Bhakti Ratnakara. In 1532, Srila Jiva Goswami sent Srinivasacharya, Narottam Das Thakur and Shyamananda back to Bengal with the Vaishnava literature to spread the teachings of Mahaprabhu throughout Bengal and Orissa. Narottama went to northern Bengal and Shyamananda went to Orissa. Radharani's special mercy on Shyamananda. Even though Shyamananda Prabhu was Hridaya Chaitanya's initiated disciple, his Guru had entrusted him to the care of Jiva Goswami Prabhu. Through the association of Jiva and service to him, Shyamananda developed a taste for serving Radha and Krishna in the conjugal mood. An extraordinary incident which took place in Vrindavan prior to his being ordered by Jiva to return to Orissa demonstrates how dear Shyamananda was to Radharani. One day, Shyamananda Prabhu was sweeping the Rasa Mandala in Vrindavan, absorbed in an ecstatic trance. Suddenly, by Radharani's transcendental mercy, he found her ankle bracelet lying on the ground. In his excitement, he touched the ankle bracelet to his forehead, where it left a mark preserved to this day as the tilak marking of the descendants of Shyamananda. It is known as Nupura Tilaka. You must have noticed the tilaka the Babaji is wearing is a shape of the footprint of Radharani. So it's called, or a Nupura. There are two stories. One says it is Radharani's feet, one says it is Nupura. So it's called Nupura Tilaka. So they are called the Samanandis today. They have that parampara and they have that paramparik tilaka. Shyamananda Prabhu's preaching. Narottama Das Thakur and Shyamananda primarily preached the message of Mahaprabhu through Kirtan. Srinivas sang Kirtan in a style called Manohara Sahi, Narottama in Gharana Hati and Shyamananda in Reniti. These are the three styles of Kirtan which was popularized by these three personalities. He would enchant the listeners with his heartfelt singing of Kirtan. As a result of his preaching in Orissa, many Muslims also became Shyamananda's disciples. The most important of his innumerable disciples was Rasika Murari. Rasikananda was the son of Achyutananda, the Zamindar of Rohini village. He had another name, Murari, and was thus most commonly known as Rasika Murari. He was a very powerful preacher and his fame is still widespread through the village of Orissa. A list of some of Shyamananda's prominent disciples and related pastimes is given in Bhakti Ratnakara. Shyamananda Prabhu lived the last part of his life in Narasinghapura in Orissa, where he continued preaching Vaishnavism. His earthly pastime came to an end on the first day of the waning moon in the month of Ashada in 1630 AD. The temple compound houses Sri Shyamananda Prabhu's Samadhi, which we saw here, as well as the Bhajan Kutir. One can have darshan of Shyamananda Prabhu's worshipful Radha Mohan deities here. This place is also renowned as Gupta Vrindavan, as Sri Shyamananda had dug up two ponds over here in which he had installed Sri Radha Kunda and Shama Kunda. There is a beautiful Tamala tree at the center, very center of the temple premises where Sri Shyamananda Prabhu used to sit.